AITAH for cancelling a sleepover because they didn't agree with the changed rules. I am 42 and my wife Maggie F39 have two kids, Dave M15 and Emily F17. All fake names. About 8 months ago my son came out to Maggie and Emily as gay and specifically asked him not to tell me. Maggie and I don't keep secrets, and she told me privately. I don't care whatsoever that he's gay and have not brought this up with him as of yet. If and when he's ready to tell me, he'll tell me. The issue is he has a friend, Clark. Clark's a good kid, his parents are friends of ours, and Clark is open about being gay. He and Dave are definitely a couple by how they act, but are keeping up the story they're still just friends. Every couple weeks Clark stays the weekend. The rules in our house are that boys and girls sleep in separate rooms for obvious reasons. We did the same with Emily and her boyfriend. Since I'm not supposed to know, and changing the rule out of nowhere would be strange, it stayed that way for a good while. Just this last weekend while cleaning the hallway bathroom, I did find several used and disposed items that very much suggested Dave and Clark are active. By this point I thought it would be unfair to Emily to not hold her brother to the same standard. So Maggie and I agreed to change the rule, everyone sleeps separate. There's plenty of room on the fold-out, no one would be uncomfortable. Dave is very angry about this. Maggie has deferred him to me, saying it was my call, and he has used quite a bit of colourful language as well as calling me a homophobe. So I've cancelled the sleepover entirely. I honestly do not care that Dave is gay, but teens are teens. They'll get busy regardless. I just wanted our house rules to be equal for both my kids. AITAH for not allowing my siblings and siblings' little kids to dictate what goes in the house I got for me and sick parent. I'm a synced single income no kids whose parent is very sick, I've taken them in to live with me. No one else offered, which is fine because I'm happy to have them and what do I care what anyone else does anyway. This has made my house where the family congregates. As it's a new place I got for my parent and I to share, I am looking to furnish it now and getting a ***** lot **** of pushback that X, Y and Z aren't kid friendly. It's my damn house. Watch your kids when you're here or don't bring them. Why do I need to bubble wrap everything or not display certain things, or in a case that blows my mind not buy nice couches because you are certain your kids will destroy them? I want my couches. I don't want some ragtag ass couches simply because they are suitable fodder for children to destroy freely. My siblings say if I don't cater to them I'm not being considerate and that they just can't visit our sick parent. I tell them they can watch their kids while here or arrange for their SO to do so here or at their place, but that until they pay these bills I should be the one deciding how it's furnished. Please tell me I'm not the asshole because I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. AITA for telling my ex-girlfriend I won't help her until we do a DNA test. I 25M need some advice. My ex-girlfriend, Emma 23F and I were together for 2 years. We broke up 4 months ago because we wanted different things. The breakup was friendly and we said we'd stay friends. 2 weeks ago, Emma called me out of the blue, very upset. She told me she's pregnant and that the baby is mine. She wants us to get back together and raise the baby as a family. I was really surprised because we haven't been together or slept together since we broke up. She said the timing lines up perfectly. I asked her how far along she is and she said 3 months, which matches when we broke up. But we always used protection, so I found it hard to believe. I told her I'd be there for the baby if it's mine, but I needed a DNA test to make sure. I didn't want to end up in a situation that isn't true. Emma got really mad, saying I should trust her and that I'm being insensitive. She cried and said I don't love her or our baby. She said she couldn't believe I'd doubt her like this. I tried to explain that it's not about trust, but about being sure of something that will change my life. I said I'd support her emotionally but wouldn't commit to anything financially or get back together until we had a test done. She hung up on me, and now she's telling our friends and her family that I'm refusing to help her. I'm getting messages from people saying I'm abandoning her and the baby. Some friends understand my side, but others think I'm being too harsh and paranoid. Am I the asshole for wanting a DNA test before committing to anything? I feel disgusted with my BF and don't know what to do. I 21F and my boyfriend 28M have been together 3 years. We've had a lot of ups and downs, but since January he's been on a tightrope due to a few different things, but the last CPL weeks I can't stand him touching me, kissing me or even just talking to him. I don't know what to do. Last week I told him that he has 1 week to change how he's been treating me or we are done. This past week has been okayish, but I feel like I'm babysitting a toddler half the time. It's a huge turn off, not only that I have to pick up after him while he sits there drinking and playing video games. Sorry if this is messy, it's my first post and I'm not good at this. Any helpful comments would be great, I'm just not sure where to go from here. My sister's kid is obese and I want to call CPS. So my sister has a 3 to 4 year old and he weighs around 100 and he has been in the hospital annually for up to 2 weeks at a time. This kid is huge, he is still in diapers. He is a very sweet kid, but it breaks my heart seeing him the way he is. I don't like telling people how to raise their kids, but seeing how they feed this kid and allow him to balance up to his size multiple times, he loses a ton of weight at the hospital visits, just blows my mind. Would I be the to call CPS? But I don't want them to lose their kids. And yes, I've tried talking to her but she just nods along. Please help. AITAH for not celebrating my birthday with my wife after she cancelled our honeymoon this year for her solo trip to Europe. My wife 32F and I 33M got married a couple of months ago, and my wife went on a solo trip to Europe. She always wanted to do the solo trip but she never had the time to do so because of work. However, she used the honeymoon time for her solo trip. I wanted to accompany her to her trip but she said she needed this for her mental health, and I ultimately agreed even though I was sad about it. She thanked me many times for being understanding of this. But I put it on the back of my mind and tried not to think too much about it because I was really excited about our wedding. The wedding was great, and my wife left for her trip to Europe the next day. I really missed my wife and it affected my mental health. My wife came back home on my birthday last Thursday, but I was out of town celebrating it with my sibling 31F. When my wife texted me asking me where I was, I told her I would come back on the weekend. I came back home on Sunday feeling extremely happy, but my wife says she wished she could have celebrated my birthday with me because she had planned something special. I told her I definitely would from next year, but this year, I needed to celebrate it with someone else for my mental health. Was I the